On today's episode of the Path Monk Presents, I've got a very special guest with me today. Please welcome the CEO and founder of Revive, Michael. So, Michael, thank you so much for joining us today. We're super excited to hear about your company, how you started Revive overall, where you saw the need for it in the market, and just getting to learn more about you and your growth story overall.
Yes, thank you, Mariah. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our honor. So for all of our listeners out there, give us an insight. What is Revive Real Estate all about?
Okay, well, Revive Real Estate is all about creating a simpler renovation process and making renovations more accessible to the average person. I come from the background of building and flipping, and in the building and flipping world, there's consistency in terms of budgeting and consistency in when projects get done. And I had a lot of friends always asking me for help, and I kind of thought, man, the general consumer that isn't in the business really struggles with finding, hiring, managing, and paying for contractors. And so that's kind of the problem that Revive is solving.
That's awesome. So now that we've discussed the problem that you solve for your clients, what companies or industries do you typically serve best? And also, how do your clients typically find you? What would you say is your top client acquisition channel? Because I also feel like this is a very relationship-based industry where it's who you know and also from word of mouth and referrals. So feel free to elaborate.
Yeah, sure. So Revive actually has like multiple clients, right? So our core business is really serves contractors and helps them become more efficient. And that's what we've built everything on top of. Because if you think about it, if most contractors out there, probably not great business people. They fell into owning a business, and they really struggle with the many pieces of that business, whether it's marketing, permitting, designing, accounting, legal, and Revive has created that infrastructure for them. So for sure, we service contractors to help them be the best version of themselves, help them be more efficient by focusing on what they do best, which is scheduling and manpowering jobs. Now, once you figure that out, you could imagine how many people could benefit from that. So the real estate industry in general, we partner with real estate agents to help them access that network of contractors that have the support and the defined process and technologies to make sure that there is a turnkey solution for their clients. We also service people that just want to renovate their homes to help them, again, take away the anxiety and fear from finding, hiring, and managing a contractor. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much. So now I want to switch gears here and I want to talk about the website. So tell me, what role does it play not only in your prospect's journey, but also where do you think are the major strengths and also opportunities room for improvement on the website? Yeah,
so I would say Revive, I don't even know if I would call it a website. It's a web app, right?
Yeah.
And so today, at least our website really is really the application and controls the customer funnel, the journey of the customer from start to finish. Whether it's kind of doing that first intake to taking them through a process, getting them to where they need. And even after they're in the process, that application is a resource for them of their project.
Well, that's incredible. Thanks for giving me an insight and, as to how, you have created this overall. So now I want to ask about how you are as a leader. So with being the CEO and the founder of this company, how did you come up with this idea overall? And how did you scale it up to where it is now? Can you give us an insight as to your backstory and how you got here?
Yeah, it's, I think it's not as sexy as it sounds, oh, this amazing idea. And now we're scaled. I think it's been definitely an evolution and a process. So I come from the background of being a flipper and builder.
Yes.
And definitely recognize the need, an actual need that average everyday consumers struggle with. And that's the problem that we set out to kind of address. It was just a need, literally friends coming to me and saying, help me vet these contractors. My contractor walked away. What can I do legally? Is this pricing fair? How do I protect myself? And I also got it from contractors who were, getting big jobs and were like, hey, like, how do I protect myself against, a litigious consumer? And I kind of thought, wow, there's something there. Obviously, I knew the power of pre-sale renovations because as a flipper, you buy real estate at X, you add value to it and sell it at X plus Y. And so I understood that the average consumer could really benefit from being able to tap into a consistent and predictable network of contractors who are going to deliver on budget consistently and on timing. So I would say it's definitely need-based. It's definitely been an evolution, like I'm sure any startup or any business is. I'm really proud of what we've built today as a company that is all about transparency and that creates wins for multiple people in the journey, whether it's the contractor, whether it's like a realtor who's bringing those services to their client, or the end consumer who is getting the benefit of a turnkey renovation system.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love too how you emphasize on like transparency, because when I was doing research on you guys, I could see that you put a lot of work into, what you guys provide, but also, at the end of the day, like, hey, we're transparent and we're going to help you as best as we can. And if we're not able to, we're going to be able to find a way to help you with whatever needs you are within your home and helping you get to your end goal. So I think it's really great what you guys are doing overall.
Yeah, I think that, the renovation or construction industry is literally in the Stone Ages in terms of innovation. Like things they just get done however, right? Like there's really no defined systems that, the average contractor taps into. It's only when you're talking about design build firms and people that are doing this at scale that invest the time and money in technology and defined processes. And we're trying to bring that to the everyday person.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're getting close to the end of our interview now, and I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So within your industry and with who you know and what how your knowledge has grown, how do you stay up to date? Where do you go to learn, grow, and just keep up to speed within what you do overall?
Well, I think for a startup, one of its advantages is, being close to the customer as much as possible. And I think for any company, being close to the customer, keeping your ear to the ground, reacting quickly is something that we've done really well. And I think is kind of a key to our success, evolving with the rapidly changing, technologies and space out there is how we do it.
Yeah, definitely. No, thanks so much. And I think, it's really great sound advice, especially for those who are really interested in real estate, because it seems that it's very competitive and you have to have your hand on the pulse of it always to be able to know what's going on, who and cultivate those relationships to be able to get where you want to end up with as well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're always rooted in delivering value for your customer and your partners, then, it's easy there.
Yeah, absolutely. So now my next question is, what is the one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you could go back and restart your career today? Is there anything that you would do differently? Any insights or tips you could share with our audience?
I would say don't overthink your launch. Don't overthink your strategy. Just do it. Would be my number one advice. I think a lot of times when people are trying to put together a marketing piece or a strategy, they want it to be perfect. And that takes time. So my advice is organic is okay in this age that we live in. In fact, maybe more appreciated than a more well-polished, whatever video campaign or whatever. So organic, quick.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm the same. Organic, quick. So now we're at the end of our interview today. And I want to thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. But I also want to give you the last word. If anyone were to forget about everything that we've talked about today, what is the one thing that you want them to remember about Revive Real Estate overall and what you guys do?
Well, I think I'd want people to know that there is if you're an investor or if you're a homeowner or if you're a realtor trying to bring real estate to market or add value to real estate, and you're looking for a better way to do all of that, then check out Revive. You could find us at revive.realestate or our Insta, revive.realestate, to just get educated, because we have a lot of educational materials on our site and on our Insta. So check us out there.
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you so much again, Michael. It was a real pleasure getting to know more about you and the amazing company that you built from the ground up. So thank you so much.